Hello everyone, Dr. Alan Mandell here. Welcome back to my channel, Science of Healing. Have you ever walked past a tiny seed in your kitchen, never realizing it may hold powerful compounds that support your body at the deepest cellular level? Today, we're talking about a forgotten nutritional powerhouse, black seed, also known as Nigella sativa. For centuries, traditional medicine has praised this seed for strengthening the immune system, reducing inflammation, and supporting overall wellness. And modern science is finally catching up. Researchers are now studying how the natural compounds inside black seed may influence the way our cells function, especially when it comes to protecting the body against chronic diseases like cancer and supporting healthy regeneration of stem cells. Let's break down the science clearly, honestly, and responsibly. In laboratories around the world, scientists are discovering something that may change how we look at the smallest foods on our plate, because sometimes the most powerful protection doesn't come from a pill, but from a seed so tiny you could lose it in the palm of your hand. This is the story of a forgotten seed known as Nigella sativa, often called black seed, a plant that has been used for more than 2,000 years in traditional medicine across the Middle East, Asia, and Africa. Long before modern science had the tools to understand why it worked, ancient healers once described this seed as a remedy for almost everything. And while that phrase may sound dramatic, modern researchers are now uncovering measurable biological effects that help explain its reputation. Inside this tiny seed lives a compound called thymoquinone, a natural molecule that scientists classify as a powerful antioxidant, meaning it helps neutralize unstable molecules known as free radicals, the same molecules that damage cells, accelerate aging, and contribute to chronic diseases like heart disease, diabetes, and even certain forms of cancer. Every single day, your body is under attack from oxidative stress, pollution in the air, chemicals and processed foods, stress hormones circulating through your bloodstream, and even normal metabolism inside your own cells. These invisible assaults slowly chip away at your cellular health, damaging DNA, weakening immune defenses, and creating an environment where disease can grow. But here is the shocking truth that many people don't realize. Your body already has a defense system designed to fight this damage, and that system depends heavily on the nutrients you consume. When researchers placed human cells under oxidative stress in laboratory experiments, they observed that thymoquinone from black seed significantly reduced markers of inflammation and cellular damage, suggesting that this natural compound may help shield healthy cells from harm. That doesn't mean it cures disease, but it does mean it strengthens the battlefield where your body fights to stay alive. And in the world of health, strengthening the battlefield can be just as important as fighting the enemy. Scientists have also discovered that chronic inflammation is now considered one of the most dangerous silent threats to modern health. Unlike acute inflammation, the swelling you see when you cut your finger, chronic inflammation is quiet, persistent, and destructive, slowly damaging tissues over months and years without obvious symptoms. It is now linked to conditions such as obesity, arthritis, cardiovascular disease, Alzheimer's disease, and multiple forms of cancer. In fact, many experts believe chronic inflammation is the biological spark that ignites disease long before symptoms appear. That's why researchers are paying close attention to foods that naturally reduce inflammation without suppressing the immune system. Black seed is one of those foods. In controlled studies, thymoquinone has been shown to decrease inflammatory markers like C-reactive protein and tumor necrosis factor, both of which are associated with tissue damage and disease progression. This means the seed doesn't just mask symptoms. It may help regulate the underlying processes that drive disease. And that regulation is critical for long-term health. But perhaps the most fascinating discovery involves how antioxidants protect the body's most valuable resource, its ability to repair itself. Deep inside your body, specialized cells known as stem cells act as a biological repair system, constantly replacing damaged tissue, healing wounds, and maintaining organ function. These cells are responsible for regeneration. They help your skin recover after injury. They help your muscles rebuild after exercise. They help your organs maintain strength as you age. But stem cells are extremely sensitive to oxidative stress. When exposed to chronic inflammation and free radical damage, their ability to divide and repair tissue can decline dramatically. That decline is one of the reasons healing slows down with age. It is also one of the reasons chronic diseases become more common later in life. Now, here is where the science becomes truly remarkable. Researchers studying antioxidant-rich compounds found that thymoquinone may help protect stem cells from oxidative damage, preserving their function and supporting the body's natural repair processes. In other words, the goal is not to create new cells artificially. The goal is to protect the cells your body already has, because when your repair system stays strong, your resilience stays strong. Your recovery stays faster, your energy stays higher, your health stays more stable. And that stability can make the difference between thriving and merely surviving. Another surprising fact is how nutrition directly influences immune strength. More than 70% of your immune system lives in your gut, where beneficial bacteria help regulate inflammation, fight infections, and maintain metabolic balance. When the gut becomes inflamed or imbalanced, the immune system weakens, making the body more vulnerable to illness. Black seed contains natural compounds that support microbial balance and reduce gut inflammation, creating an environment where beneficial bacteria can flourish. That healthier gut environment translates into stronger immunity, better digestion, and improved nutrient absorption. And those improvements ripple through the entire body. Energy increases, brain function sharpens, recovery accelerates. Even sleep quality can improve when inflammation decreases. This is why scientists are increasingly viewing health not as a single organ problem, but as a system-wide process influenced by daily habits. One small habit repeated consistently can produce measurable biological change, not overnight, but over time. And that is the real message behind this tiny seed. It is not a miracle. It is not magic. And it is not a substitute for medical treatment. It is a tool, a nutritional tool that supports the body's natural defenses in a world filled with stress, toxins, and inflammation. Because the truth is, disease rarely appears suddenly. It develops slowly, quietly, and invisibly, often over decades. And prevention works the same way, slowly, quietly, consistently. Every healthy meal, every nutrient-rich choice, every small daily habit, these are the decisions that shape your future health long before symptoms ever appear. So the next time you see a handful of tiny black seeds sitting on a kitchen shelf, remember this. Inside that small spoonful lives a complex network of natural compounds studied by scientists around the world. Compounds capable of protecting cells, calming inflammation, and supporting the body's ability to repair itself. And sometimes the difference between weakness and resilience begins with something so simple. One small seed. Right now, deep inside your body, a silent army is working around the clock, repairing tissues, rebuilding organs, and replacing damaged cells faster than you can imagine. And most people never realize this incredible system exists until the day it begins to slow down. These microscopic repair workers are known as stem cells, and they are the reason a cut on your skin heals, a broken bone knits back together, and your body recovers after illness, surgery, or injury. From the moment you are born, stem cells act as your biological backup system, stepping in whenever damage occurs, restoring function, and protecting your survival in ways that science is only beginning to fully understand. But here is the unsettling reality that researchers are now warning about. Your body's repair system is not unlimited. It can weaken, it can slow down, and under constant stress, it can become overwhelmed. Every year after the age of 30, the number and efficiency of stem cells naturally decline. And this gradual reduction is one of the hidden reasons why healing takes longer. Energy levels drop, and chronic diseases become more common as we age. Scientists have found that oxidative stress, the same invisible damage caused by pollution, poor diet, smoking, processed foods, and chronic psychological stress, is one of the main forces accelerating this decline. Oxidative stress acts like rust forming on metal, slowly damaging the delicate structures inside your cells, including DNA, proteins, and cellular membranes, weakening their ability to function properly. And when stem cells are damaged, the consequences ripple across the entire body. Wounds take longer to heal, muscles recover more slowly, joints become stiff and painful, organs lose resilience. Even the brain can be affected because neural stem cells play a critical role in maintaining memory, learning, and cognitive clarity throughout life. Researchers studying aging populations have observed that reduced stem cell activity is closely linked to frailty, slower recovery from illness, and increased vulnerability to degenerative conditions. But here is where the science becomes both fascinating and hopeful. While aging is inevitable, accelerated cellular damage is not. The environment you create inside your body through nutrition, sleep, movement, and stress management can dramatically influence how well your repair system performs. And among the many natural foods studied for cellular protection, one tiny seed has captured the attention of scientists for its remarkable biological effects. That seed is Nigella sativa, commonly known as black seed, a plant used in traditional medicine for centuries and now being examined through the lens of modern biomedical research. Inside black seed lies a powerful antioxidant compound called thymoquinone, which researchers have found can help neutralize free radicals and reduce inflammation, two of the most destructive forces affecting stem cell survival. Inflammation is not always harmful. In fact, it is a necessary response that helps the body fight infection and heal injury. But chronic inflammation is different. It is persistent, uncontrolled, and damaging, silently attacking healthy tissues day after day. Scientists now consider chronic inflammation one of the leading drivers behind conditions such as arthritis, heart disease, diabetes, and even certain cancers. And it is also one of the main reasons stem cells lose their regenerative power over time. In laboratory studies, researchers exposed stem cells to inflammatory stress and observed that antioxidant compounds significantly improved their survival and function compared to untreated cells. This discovery suggests that protecting stem cells from inflammation may be just as important as creating new ones. Because the goal is not simply to produce more cells. The goal is to preserve the health of the cells you already have. Think of stem cells as the foundation of a building. If the foundation remains strong, the structure above it stays stable. But if the foundation weakens, cracks begin to form, and eventually the entire system becomes vulnerable. Your body works the same way. Strong stem cells mean stronger tissues. Stronger tissues mean faster healing. Faster healing means greater resilience against disease. And resilience is what keeps you active, independent, and healthy as the years pass. Another shocking fact revealed by modern research is how closely stem cell health is connected to your immune system. When stem cells function properly, they help regenerate immune cells that defend your body against viruses, bacteria, and harmful invaders. But when stem cells are damaged, the immune system weakens, making infections more frequent and recovery more difficult. This is why older adults often experience longer illness durations and slower healing after injuries compared to younger individuals. It is not just about age, it is about cellular repair capacity. Scientists are now exploring how nutritional antioxidants can help maintain that capacity by reducing oxidative stress and supporting cellular regeneration. Black seed is one of the natural foods being studied for this purpose because of its unique combination of bioactive compounds including thymoquinone, essential fatty acids, and anti-inflammatory phytochemicals. These compounds work together to create a protective environment inside the body, shielding cells from damage and supporting the natural processes that keep tissues healthy. Imagine your body as a city constantly under construction. Roads need repair, buildings need maintenance, infrastructure needs constant renewal. Stem cells are the construction crews responsible for keeping that city running smoothly. But without proper resources, those crews cannot do their job. Nutrition provides the materials, antioxidants provide the protection, healthy habits provide the energy. And when all three are present, the repair system can function at its highest potential. This is why consistent daily nutrition matters more than occasional bursts of healthy eating. Your cells respond to patterns, not promises. They respond to what you do every day. Every meal either supports your repair system or places additional strain on it. Every hour of sleep either restores your body or leaves damage unresolved. Every moment of chronic stress either strengthens resilience or accelerates cellular wear and tear. The good news is that small changes can produce measurable improvements in cellular health over time. Research has shown that diets rich in antioxidants, anti-inflammatory compounds, and healthy fats are associated with better tissue repair, stronger immunity, and improved recovery after illness or injury. These benefits do not happen instantly. They develop gradually, quietly, and consistently, just like the processes that cause disease. Because health is not a single event. It is a long-term biological journey shaped by thousands of daily decisions. And one of the simplest decisions you can make is to provide your body with nutrients that protect its most valuable resource, its ability to heal. When your repair system stays strong, your body adapts more easily to stress. You recover faster from setbacks. You maintain strength longer. You preserve independence as you age. That is the true meaning of vitality. Not just living longer, but living stronger. So the next time you think about health, remember that the real battle is not fought in hospitals or pharmacies alone. It is fought inside your cells every single day in ways too small to see but too important to ignore. And sometimes the support your body needs begins with something as simple as protecting the tiny repair workers already working tirelessly to keep you alive. What if the difference between feeling constantly tired and waking up with steady energy had less to do with age and more to do with one small habit repeated every single day? Not a complicated diet, not an expensive supplement, not a drastic lifestyle change, just one simple spoon. Because in the world of human biology, consistency is more powerful than intensity, and the smallest daily action can quietly reshape your health in ways you never expected. Scientists now understand that chronic inflammation is one of the most dangerous hidden forces inside the modern body, a silent process that damages tissue slowly over years until symptoms finally appear. It does not begin with pain. It does not begin with disease. It begins with imbalance. And that imbalance often starts with what we eat every day. Processed foods, excessive sugar, poor sleep, environmental toxins, and constant stress create a biological environment where inflammation becomes permanent instead of temporary. This persistent inflammation weakens the immune system, slows metabolism, and increases the risk of conditions like heart disease, diabetes, arthritis, and even certain forms of cancer. But here is the powerful truth many people overlook. Inflammation can be influenced not only by medication, but by daily nutrition. Certain foods contain natural compounds that help regulate the immune response, calm inflammatory pathways, and support the body's ability to defend itself. One of those foods is Nigella sativa, commonly known as black seed, a plant that has been used in traditional healing systems for centuries and is now being examined through rigorous scientific research. Inside this tiny seed is a compound called thymoquinone, a molecule researchers have studied for its ability to reduce oxidative stress and support immune balance. Oxidative stress is like a slow-burning fire inside your body. It damages cells, it weakens tissues, it accelerates aging. And when this fire burns unchecked, the immune system becomes exhausted, constantly fighting inflammation instead of protecting you from infection. This is why many people feel run down, fatigued, and vulnerable to illness, even when they appear healthy on the outside. Their immune system is overloaded. Research has shown that natural antioxidants can help extinguish this internal fire by neutralizing free radicals before they cause damage. Black seed is rich in these protective compounds, which is why scientists have observed improvements in inflammatory markers among individuals who regularly consume antioxidant-rich foods. But the most surprising discovery is how quickly the body responds to consistent daily habits, not dramatic changes, not extreme diets, consistency. When you provide your body with anti-inflammatory nutrients every single day, your immune system begins to stabilize, energy levels improve, digestion becomes smoother, sleep becomes deeper. These changes may feel small at first, but over time they accumulate into something powerful: resilience. Resilience is the body's ability to recover, adapt, and stay strong in the face of stress. And resilience is built through repetition. Think about brushing your teeth. One day of brushing does not protect your teeth for life, but brushing every day prevents damage before it begins. Nutrition works the same way. A single healthy meal cannot undo years of poor habits, but one healthy choice, repeated daily, can gradually transform the internal environment of your body. That transformation begins at the cellular level. Your immune system is not a single organ. It is a complex network of cells, tissues, and chemical signals working together to defend you against threats. When inflammation is high, this network becomes confused, reacting too aggressively in some situations and too weakly in others. This imbalance can lead to chronic fatigue, frequent infections, slow healing, and long-term disease. But when inflammation is controlled, the immune system becomes efficient, focused, and responsive. It attacks harmful invaders quickly. It repairs damaged tissue effectively. It maintains balance throughout the body. And this balance can be supported by something as simple as one daily spoon of nutrient-dense food. Researchers studying dietary patterns have consistently found that people who consume anti-inflammatory foods regularly experience lower levels of systemic inflammation compared to those who rely heavily on processed diets. Lower inflammation is associated with stronger immunity, better cardiovascular health, improved metabolic function, and greater longevity. These are not marketing claims. They are measurable biological outcomes observed in clinical and population studies. Another shocking fact is how closely inflammation is connected to fatigue. When inflammatory chemicals circulate in the bloodstream, they interfere with energy production inside the mitochondria, the tiny power plants inside your cells. This interference reduces your body's ability to generate energy efficiently, leaving you feeling exhausted even after a full night's sleep. But when inflammation decreases, mitochondrial function improves, allowing your cells to produce energy more effectively. That is why many people report feeling more energetic when they adopt consistent anti-inflammatory habits. Their cells are finally able to perform at full capacity. The digestive system also plays a critical role in this process. Nearly 70% of your immune system is located in your gut, where beneficial bacteria help regulate inflammation and protect against harmful pathogens. When the gut becomes inflamed or imbalanced, the immune system weakens and the entire body suffers. Black seed contains natural compounds that support digestive health by promoting microbial balance and reducing intestinal inflammation. A healthier gut leads to stronger immunity. Stronger immunity leads to better overall health. This chain reaction begins with daily choices. Not once a week, not once a month, every day, because your body rebuilds itself daily, your blood cells renew every few months, your skin replaces itself every few weeks, your gut lining regenerates every few days. And each time new cells are created, they depend on the nutrients available in your body at that moment. That means today's nutrition becomes tomorrow's biology. The habits you practice now shape the health you experience later. This is why preventive health is not about reacting to disease. It is about preparing your body to resist it. One small spoon of a nutrient-rich food may seem insignificant in the moment, but over weeks, months, and years, that simple habit can influence inflammation levels, immune strength, and metabolic stability in ways that compound over time, just like interest growing in a bank account. Small deposits made consistently create large results in the future. Your health works the same way. Every healthy habit is a deposit. Every balanced meal is an investment. Every anti-inflammatory choice strengthens your biological defenses. And the most powerful changes often begin with the simplest actions. So the next time you prepare your meal or start your morning routine, remember this truth supported by decades of nutritional research. Health is not built in a single dramatic moment. It is built quietly, steadily, and consistently through daily decisions that support your body's natural ability to heal, defend, and thrive. And sometimes the journey towards stronger immunity and lower inflammation begins with something so small, one spoon